Objection 4. I am a good person. I do good deeds. And I haven't done anything seriously wrong. And God will accept me if I have lived a good life.
The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind, to reward a man according to his conduct, according to what his deeds deserve.
This means that people often believe they are right when they are wrong. Most people don't believe that there is anything seriously wrong with them, which is why they make the choices they make. Otherwise, they wouldn't choose to make those choices in the first place. However, the world's problems show us that there has to be something wrong with the choices they make, causing such problems, which can only mean that people are often deluded in their right judgments and understanding of things. Now, many people think that if they have lived a good life, that if their good deeds outweigh their bad deeds, or if they haven't done anything seriously wrong, then they have earned heaven. However, no one can earn their way to heaven in this way, because good deeds have nothing to do with entering into a right relationship with God. This relationship can't be earned by us, because it's God who has done everything for us. If we could earn our way to heaven just by being good, then there would have been no need for Jesus Christ to suffer and die on the cross. It is not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to His mercy He saved us. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. If we could earn our eternal salvation on the basis of good works, then God would be our debtor. He would owe us something. But God owes us nothing, and our righteous acts are like filthy rags. Because oftentimes, the real motive behind our so-called righteous acts isn't always righteous, and rooted in selfishness. God has a perfect standard, Jesus Christ. And since all of us have sinned in one way or the other, we all fall short of this mark. We people like to compare ourselves with others, and by doing this, we don't feel so bad after all. But God doesn't compare us to others. He compares us to His standard, Jesus Christ. And next to Him, we all fall short, all of us, without any exceptions. Here is an illustration to make this more understandable. The island of Simi is situated approximately 40 kilometers from the island of Rhodes. 3 men are standing on the edge of Rhodes Pier. One of the men is an outcast who is living on the streets. The second man is the average Greek, and the third man is a very moral, successful, and fine man that society respects. Suddenly, the outcast jumps into the water from the edge of the pier, reaching out 1.5 meters into the water. The other 2 shout at him, asking, "What are you trying to do?" To which he answers back, "I'm jumping to Simi." Then the second man, the average Greek, says, "Well, look at me, I can do better than that." So running back and then jumping into the water, he lands 3 meters out into the water, twice as far out as the outcast. The third man, being the moral, successful, and highly religious person that he is, looks at the other 2 disdainfully, and running back, he takes a running leap into the water and lands 6 meters out into the water, twice as far as the average Greek, and 4 times further than the outcast. The Coast Guard fishes them out of the water and asks the men what they are trying to do, to which they all reply, "We're jumping to Simi." And Mr. Average boasts of his beating the outcast, and Mr. Great boasts of his accomplishment in beating both of them. At this, the Coast Guard officer only shakes his head and tells them, "You fools! You are all still 40 kilometers short of your mark." Although man considers himself better than, or at least as good as others, when he compares himself to others, he is still far from the target God has set for him. And just as it is impossible for anyone to jump from the island of Rhodes to the island of Simi, so it is impossible for anyone to reach heaven by his own good deeds, and apart from Jesus Christ. As Jesus Himself said, "No one comes to the Father except through me."